Should we do an intro? Like, you're hosting, right? So you're the boss.
Do we need intros?
What? I don't know. You're the boss.
It's about to get hot.
Okay.
I pay for YouTube Premium. I use that. I've been paying for YouTube Premium since it came out.
Is that right?
Yeah, I hated the ads and the experience of watching stuff on YouTube.
Dude.
And as soon as that came out, I was like, "Fuck yes! I just want. Let's remove these ads."
You're a valued customer.
And that's
you pay my you pay my bills, bro. When I lost my credit card and I canceled it, then I was YouTube regular, and it's just like, oh, it sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta watch all these dumbass ads. I gotta
Yeah.
And oh man, it's bad.
One of the things
I think everybody that works at YouTube should turn off their premium accounts just so they know.
So they know
just
how it
so they
feels.
have some
Yeah.
empathy, man.
Yeah. One of the things that girl Jade said in her video was that she stopped paying for premium.
Well,
and
do you want to?
She's like, oh, I look at YouTube way less. It was actually an improvement in her life.
Totally true.
Because it cut down how much she was looking at YouTube.
That resonated with me. It's true. Like I would be like, like I don't want to watch this, and so I would just close it much quicker.
It made me think about canceling my premium subscription.
Yeah, like for a mental health thing, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I need it. Because I learned.
Me too.
Like, it's too much of an educational thing. I know, right? I need it.
I need it. Did you? I know you went to the movies tonight, but did you catch the premiere of our first episode?
No, I didn't know that you published it. Why? What happened?
Well, oh, I published it. Yeah, our first episode is up
nice.
on the internet, and so I
celebrate sound. I don't. This doesn't
Yeah.
make sound. But imagine it's a celebrating.
I know
sound.
that thing should definitely have celebrate sound as like the big key in the middle.
How many people did you interact with in real, like actually talk?
No,
to
it was
real
fun. It
people?
was good. It was a lively chat. People were showing up, talking about the topics in the video, and just also kind of like, what's up, where have you been, kind of things, and I was kind of like hyping up the content and hyping you up. Like, this is Max. He's my homie for like 20 years now, and like we're gonna be back weekly and things like that. So it was like a really good experience for me. I was kind of like buzzing a little bit when the session ended. So
That's
shout
very
out to
cool.
the community for showing up. What's up? But yeah, I was like reminiscing about how like when we worked together in the office and like we were like just like rowdy boys. We were like in our young 20s and like we were rowdy boys. And
rowdy boys.
Yeah.
Good boys.
Dude, yeah, we've been friends for 20 years, bro. Or more, I think, something like that. And yeah, we were rowdy young guns back in the day, and they would come in and tell us to be quiet, like stop laughing and joking around so much. Yeah, it's probably almost 20. I just measure it by how old my kids are.
Yeah, they would get mad at us for laughing.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, how could you get mad at people for laughing?
Yeah, like,
for being
what?
happy?
You're a hater of joy?
Yeah.
So,
well, you know why they were mad? Because they weren't laughing. They weren't having a good
dude, that's
time.
always the case.
That is always the case.
Nobody wants to hear laughter if you have to do some TPS reports.
So what's up, dude? We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast, bro. Thanks for setting up like the document. So like the way that I like to do these podcasts, especially if I have like a consistent co-host like you, and you're like a huge part of this show. Like and in fact, if you were like, I don't feel like I'm doing this, I'd probably like, either too. Like, this is all about me hanging out with you. And then also Jane is really interested in joining us when she can as well. She just got back from.
Yeah, I'd like to bring on.
Yeah, bring on more people and folks, and we're gonna organize our text, or it's gonna be easy for people to jump in and stuff. But right now, for these few episodes, it's just us. But you've gone through and created a discussion topic for the day, and you mentioned Jade, and Jade is dope. I've been following Jade for a while now because she's a musician. She's a good musician, and like I got all these synths back here. You can't see them kind of off camera here too. But she was like really helped me to figure out my gear back in the day, and also just like really inspiring and entertaining. So it's interesting to see her where she's at now, kind of trying to adjust her lifestyle. But it's surprising how relevant that simple advice is to people who don't hear it all the time. And it's a good reminder that like you and I are really like just steeped inside this world of like online like I'm in front of this screen like way too much, like maybe 12 hours a day on average,
Yeah.
And for and I'm inundated with like self-help and kind of like hustle stuff and like online creation and stuff, and I'm a designer all the time by day, and at night I'm like
Yeah, you've heard it all already.
yeah and
also
I have kind of good practices, like I do play the piano every day, I sing loudly every day. And I do that stuff because I know that if I don't, I will go crazy. Like I will lose my edge. I'll forget what I'm doing this for. I'll forget that I can create, that I can project into the world. I'll forget that. And I know that because I have forgotten that. I've gone through the burnout cycle a few times now. I'm like 42, 41. But there's so many people that need to be reminded, and it not as a fault of theirs, but like it's just something that we need to be reminded of. And when I just say like, oh, I know what I'm doing, like I need to be reminded of it too, because I get burnt out. Like I go through that stuff. I sometimes I feel like, dude, what even is the point, and all that. So like,
yeah.
So I just get it,
I'm the same way. I go through phases where I'm feeling more inspired and more motivated, and I seek out that kind of content, and obviously then my YouTube algorithm changes.
The algo. Do you ever not click on something because you don't want your algo to change? Sometimes I see something and I'm like, I want to watch that, but I should switch my account. Go to another profile because I do want to see that, but I don't want it to like be, now I'm a fan of peanut butter or something. Purposely curate your feed by looking at stuff. Is the opposite true? Do you ever look at stuff even you don't want to watch it just so that your algorithm stays pumped?
Actually, yeah.
Do you really?
I do that
That
too.
was a joke. I'm very interested.
You have to kind of train the algorithm.
Yeah.
I'll put more weight on like music production stuff because I want that stuff coming up in my feed more.
I have like 3 or 4 YouTube channels, and one's a music channel, one is like my name, this one here. And it's interesting, like when I don't really edit what I watch, but when I go to another channel that I haven't watched in a while, I'll see this. I'm like, oh, that's what my algorithm used to be like. Like it's like jumping back in time of interest. It's really interesting.
When you go back to a video of yours that you haven't watched in a while?
No, like if I switch my channel. So like when you're watching with a profile.
Oh, switch your account and then you see your old feed.
Yeah. Like if I go to my synth channel and I'm just like browsing around in my synth channel, I'll see all this stuff that I haven't watched all these kind of things in a while, but there they are for me, I think that, I don't know. Yeah. It's crazy just like that's just an example of how powerful these algorithms are in like telling us what we're interested in, and we identify personally with what we're interested in, like even on a more of a level, like I'm not just on the level of being a fan, but like personally, like, oh, I am this type of person, and you identify with what you're seeing lately. But if you're like, if it's all controlled by the algorithm, it's just like it's so intense when you got like go down in that rabbit hole of like, who am I? Like I'm like totally programmed, aren't I? Yes. Well, Travis Bot 22.0 like wants to know this from the algorithm. Oh, dude, have you heard the dead internet theory?
No.
Bro, it's probably the best theory. It's like a conspiracy theory, but it's like essentially like, hey, the internet is mostly bots, and most of the people you're interacting with on the internet are not real people. They're just bots. And the internet died a long time ago. and there's more to it, but like that's like the core of it is like you're getting raged out by not a real person. A Russian bot is like making you mad.
I think that's very true. I think we reached a threshold where a good majority of like the traffic and things that you interact with are not real people. Yeah.
For me, it's like feeling like, is the comment that I leave going to be seen? Does it matter? Will it have any impact, So I usually comment, if I do, on very small channels, I found this one video. Oh my gosh, I'll send it to you. This young woman is singing in the rain and playing guitar in the rain, and it's so charming, and the song is so good. And I just and I looked at the it's like 4-year-old video, and it had not very many likes or views, and I was just like, gosh, this person just put their heart out there. Like they need a like, so yeah.
I'll come across videos like that too. That I'm like, damn, this is 7 years old. There's no views, and this is amazing.
It's amazing. There's some amazing gems out there. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get back on track.
What's the track? I don't even know where the track is. What is it? What are we talking about? Well, actually, okay. One thing you sent me a few videos this week. Okay, and we talked about it a little bit. We had the one from Jade Wee, and she talks about she's quitting YouTube, and it turns out maybe that means just quitting making tutorials. Maybe that means doing other stuff, but she wants to be there for the community and for the conversation, but she wants
to make the music and not the marketing for the music.
Yeah, and like that's what I felt when I was ending Dev Tips. Like I felt like I was a laborer. I did not feel like a creator. I felt like a laborer, and everything you do was kind of like done through this filter of like, will this get views? Is this what people are requesting and things like that? And at the end, I was just like, this is not what I want. And so it is interesting. A lot of creators are coming around to this point where they're realizing that like the burnout cycle is real, and like the creator lifespan, if you do focus on the things that that the algorithm wants you to, you'll just kill yourself. Like remember when everything was buying CDs? I had to go to the warehouse and ask to see their catalog to find all the punk rock music because they didn't have it on the shelves. It was just Britney Spears. So like discovery is available now. I think discovery is what was solved, but consumption and ownership and revenue was not solved.
Man, our experiences are so different because, I mean,
I was a punk rocker.
I guess
so it's hard to find my music.
In Vegas there was Benway Bop, and one of the best feelings was going to like a punk shop or a record store, and this is going back to those interest groups. Because I think if you went to like a Tower Records,
is Benway Bop B&B's?
There was like
BB's over by the college.
I think it was B&B Records.
Yeah.
Benway Bop was
I didn't know it was Benway Bop.
By the university.
But
across the street.
We would go to, and then right across the street was the Sound Barrier.
Sound Barrier.
And that was where I saw Thrice. And I saw Dillinger Escape Plan in the little. Oh, dude, that was like the golden age.
Escape Plan 2 there.
Wait, you were at that show?
Were we at the same show before we knew each other?
I mean, probably, right? We were both in that scene. Yeah. But you saw Dillinger there? When did he blow fire in the middle of the crowd?
I can't remember.
Dude, I don't
remember fire.
I sharted my pants.
It was so long ago.
Yeah, dude, he's like doing it was like 43% burnt. It was like during that album, not under the running board, but Calculating Infinity era. And he was like, and then like the dude, like the roadie or whoever. And
wait, what was he doing? How was he?
You know how that
I remember
it's Dillinger, right? He like
spot on.
Jumps out and he has a torch, and I was like, what the hell? And he goes, and he blows this huge flame of fire like right into the crowd, and there was no stage. Like
so dangerous.
It was so wild, and I was like right there. Like I was like, oh my god. And then that's why I learned to blow fire. Because I was inspired by that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're back circle about how you learned to blow fire.
Bringing it back, baby.
Wait, elaborate though. That's
I can blow fire.
Why you burnt.
What?
You blow fire because you saw Dillinger Escape Plan with a blowtorch?
No. This dude was blowing fire out of his mouth as a part of the concert show. Okay. And it was so wild.
And you wanted to learn how to do that. Okay.
And I taught. Yeah. And I would, when I was a teenager, that was like my party trick. Yeah. And that's also why I learned like nunchucks and butterfly knife kind of stuff, because I just wanted to be cool.
I didn't even know that you had those skills. I've never seen you blow fire or bust out a butterfly knife or nunchucks. Come on, where's this Travis?
Bro,
you have a butterfly knife with you?
Right here. I got it right here. I'm just doing my thing, bro.
I'm learning so much about you. Go do a dance gang battle in the streets of New York.
That's right. Tie our hands together.
So Benway Bop, there
B&Bs.
was a specific type of people that from our generation that remember going to a record store.
Yeah, I remember going to the midnight release of Wu-Tang Forever at Benway Bop's.
Oh yeah.
Because it came out at midnight. You could stand in line and get Wu-Tang Forever. Oh, it's so good. That was a golden era, bro. Like where like the music you had to own it on a piece of physical media, and
you had to get a CD.
There was a lot of things that slowed down, and like the slow down, right, of consumption and discovery meant that you spent more time with the artist, because there wasn't like a flood of new release Friday. Like it wasn't like that. It was like, oh no, I saved up $16 to $20 and I bought this record. And like if you wanted to show it with your friends, you didn't just send them a link and be like, I hope. It was like, come to my house. In our friend group, it was like a tradition where on your birthday, it's like if it was your birthday, you got a CD from everybody. So like on your birthday, you get like 4 or 5 CDs, and then like if somebody's birthday, you go to the record store together and pick them out a CD, and like that was like my mom bought my brother Neil Young live Rust. And we were always like, this is not punk. This is not. And now that I'm old, I'm like, this is kind of hella punk, Mom. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
That's pretty good.
James Blake's response was to get away. It's so hard to get back in. And I'm curious, we should just publish this the way it is?
Yeah, like experimental. It's bizarre and winding. That's fine.
But that's what makes this more of a podcast than like a YouTube
yes,
video.
And I put that this is a podcast. Like the playlist that it's on is marked as a podcast. Money is a compression algorithm. Like if I hold $5 up, I haven't shown you what I'm going to spend it on yet. It's just whatever my intention is, it's compressed into this little bill.
Like potential versus kinetic energy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
When I was getting into
compression.
when I was getting into LLMs, I was talking to my daughter and I was like, it's like $1. You don't know what you're gonna spend it on. It's compressed. You know, and I was like going, and then we were like laughing, like because like money is a compression algorithm because it's not expanded into what its end usefulness is, and it's completely useless until it's expanded.
It's a compressed packet of information that's yet to reveal itself.
Mm-hmm. It's a zip,
and it gets uncompressed when you exchange it for.
It's a zip file of value. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Now, that being said, and saying that like, sales are a key performance indicator, but are they? Because also like, is it an indicator that your work's not good? Or is it not getting discovered? And now we're back full circle to like, how is it getting discovered? And and if you notice here in our document, I'm talking about this in terms of microservices. I do like breaking up infrastructures and concepts into the pillars that create them, that hold them up. And one of those microservices is monetization. One of them is publishing a brand expression, which publishing and monetization, Patreon offers. Discovery and audience acquisition, not so much. You have to go to YouTube or X or TikTok, and then you're playing in this pool of popularity contest, working with the algorithm, and if you're not making money at your music or your art, is it really a key performance indicator that your art sucks, or that you're just not a super awesome marketing genius?
Yeah, and, okay, so this is a really interesting angle because, like, let's imagine that I'm like the 18-year-old, 17-year-old person in my bedroom learning a funk tutorial on YouTube, and then I produce it and I put it out and it gets picked up by a funk playlist. Do I think that I should be touring with the Beatles, like, on that level? Like, the truth is, like, I haven't found my own sound yet. No, the truth is I haven't found that sound that's mine, right? I'm just kind of following a tutorial and making an interesting music with like these really excellent tools that are available to everybody now, and that's only going to be accelerated with AI. Let me tell you this much.
Okay, preach.
Oh yeah, no, that's true, because like AI is going to like make the production make the production of things that have come before like so much easier. Like I can make a funk song because it exists, but things that don't exist, the AI will have no idea like what are you talking about, right?
Who's the artist? I think Charlie Puth. Is that the name of an artist?
He is. That's a name. Okay,
I've heard his name. I didn't know anything about him, but I came across a YouTube video of him explaining his production process. Okay. And it is really nice. Every little step of the way, he's like just doing a little tweak, and there's not even any technical reason. He's like, I just want to put my DNA on it. I just want to make it mine. And then that accumulates, and now I have my sound. Because I've done a little bit of what I wanted to every piece. Yeah,
and then we'll train an AI model based on his preferences, and then you can make a Charlie Puth sound.
With AI, yeah. But I see what you're saying, and I see the lines, but in my mind, if I'm thinking of like, just a folk singer playing a song on their guitar, a 4-chord progression, bad recording, but it still becomes iconic. Think of Bob Dylan, for example, or artists like that. Like you don't need the high polish of AI to make something great, right?
Oh, no. In fact, I think that stepping away from that is what will make it great.
Yeah. I love AI though. I love it so much.
Why don't you marry it?
I will when the bots are available. When Amazon's selling AI bots for me to marry, I'm gonna be first in line. Why not?
And I was like, dude, I haven't really heard stuff this good in a long time. Because when I go into like the discovery matrix and try to find the new thing, or just let the algorithm tell me what to like, it's never as deeply satisfying as the deep connection I have with, for example, I was listening to Rocky Vodolotto, is my favorite artist. I've seen him so many times in living room shows, at bars. I've seen him, on stage, and I have a funny story I'll tell you about another time. But like, because I have a connection with him. When I was young, I wrote him an email and said, "Hey, can I do your website?" Like, and so like I was listening to his songs just in the shower this afternoon, and I played a few on the piano before we started recording. And it's just like that's really, for me, what fandom feels like, is like a deep connection with the stories and the sounds and like the origin, like the relationship that I have with that artist. Not necessarily because it's cool and I discovered it this week on the released playlist or whatever,
All of my friends are dope artists, and most of them don't know how to monetize their work. Most of them don't know how to get discovered. And they feel, going back to like being cheese dick and stuff, like they feel it's cheesy to promote themselves on Instagram and start a Patreon and get people, hey, go to my channel and subscribe. And it's like they don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. So I think that there is a bridge, and I think our jobs as you, Travis, and me, Max, are not just to talk about it.
Okay.
And critique what people could do. It's like, or for me at least, like I would rather, I want to put my money where my mouth is, and actually make an attempt to build something useful that helps in that space.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Let's do it.
Cool. Next time.
Are we done? I'm gonna hit the end of record. Thanks.
We can be.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, I loved it. Thanks, everybody. If any.
If comment the word bumblebee if you got this far, and then I will heart your comment. Okay, I'm ending the recording.